Playing its Mist trigger here. Yeah, this hand seems fine. Our deck is needs some lands, but our deck is like full of lands, right? Burning Inquiry. Oh no, opponent. Oh no. Oh no, don't play another one. Don't do it. Have a heart. No more hollowed ones, opponent. No more hollowed ones, opponent. Have a heart. All right. Well, I'm gonna shock this in and cast this Faithless Looting. I think I'm binning Bobby here. Probably not in the market to be playing him against an aggro deck. Any advice to us crazy people playing jam Kiki Chord into the coming of Jace and BBE? I haven't put any thought into it yet. That's like phase 2. Phase 1 is try and do all the crazy BBE stuff, and phase 2 is try and dial it back and do the normal things that I like doing. We have a couple donations for Kiki decks in the queue. We'll probably get to some Kiki Jiki decks over the weekend. I think tomorrow, Thursday, Friday is going to be all Jace and all Bloodbraid Elf decks, but Saturday, Sunday we'll probably play some non-Jace, non-Bloodbraid decks as well as some Legacy. Since I'm staying home from the Open this weekend, I plan to stream this weekend. Might as well dial up the content. I mean, this deck just devours these fair decks, right, Anoronics? Like, that's why the Solid 1 deck's obnoxious. Mid-range is supposed to be good against aggro. We're supposed to be good against aggro. At least I can block their 1-2, right? Oh, wait. It's got Menace. It's got Menace. Womp, womp, womp. This isn't even a 4-5 yet. Please be a 4-5 after this. God, there's just no fucking justice in the world. It's done. Update the stream decker. Thank you for the reminder. Thank you. I think our Crusher is going to be too slow. Yeah, I plan to go live before the Open ends, I think, because, like, who wants to watch an Open or a Grand Prix in a modern format that doesn't exist anymore? No, I don't. We're dead here. They're attacking us for 10 and I can't block this. Am I supposed to board an Ancient Grudge in this matchup? I think our discard spells are pretty bad, right? Abrupt Decay doesn't hit their big threats. I think Grudge is probably okay here. Decay's probably fine too. Kills their 1-drop. You think Brutality's good? I guess Brutality is strictly better than this Abrupt Decay outside of the fact that it's not instant speed. I guess I could see that. It gains us some health too. This Tech Edge probably really doesn't do anything, so I can bring in one more. Yeah, I think I like that. Let's try this. Let's try this. Liliana's like not exciting, but she can clean up their fatties after we kill their little guys. I don't know. I don't think we're honestly ever beating a turn 1 hollowed one, so we probably shouldn't plan for that. I guess with Ancient Grudge, we could potentially beat turn 1 hollowed one. I'm saying there's a chance. Christy's bringing dinner home soon. I'm excited. I'm old and fat and hungry. Hand's like okay. The thing that kind of sucks about this hand is that both of our lands are shock lands, which means that we take a little bit of damage against the aggressive deck, which sucks. This card's actually pretty good if we get Loam going, right? Because we get to have a bunch of extra cards to discard. I think like Dreadboards, Maelstrom Pulse if you're in Jund is also better than Hero's Downfall, right? Maelstrom Pulse seems like a card that probably has a lot of upside. So we get to ditch the Flame Jab and the Life from the Loam here. I think I'm going to dredge the Loam next turn just because, well, it depends on what they do, I guess. Yeah, I probably want to dredge the Loam. Probably want to dredge the Loam. Hopefully into some lands and then pick some lands back up. We'll loot into some more lands. Oh, you optimists, you. We'll beat that optimism out of you. You stick around. Whoa, we didn't get turn 1 Hollowed One. That's so good for us. Holy dicks. And we dredged into 3 lands? Running hot, chat. Hot, hot, hot. Hot, hot, hot. I think for people that do want to play Bloodbraid Elf and Jund, I think Grimflayer, Rabblemaster, Bloodbraid Elf Jund sounds like a sweet place to be. Just like completely aggressive, like play a bunch of lightning bolts, just like max ways to get them. Do I want to dredge this Loam at this point? I don't think so. I think I'd rather take a draw. We drew Seismic Assault. That's so good for us. I'm going to cast this Brutality with all the modes, I think. Just discard these extra lands. I guess maybe I could have kept one of those lands, but I'm probably going to get to loam it back for free anyways, right? It's 3 a.m. here and I wake up 2 hours. Tell me what obnoxious cards we're casting today. We are playing a grindy Loam deck currently. Just have a bird to put into play here. That's kind of annoying. They played a mountain. This deck trying to do, so we're trying to set up Seismic Assault plus Life from the Loam on some level. On some level, we're trying to do that. On other levels, we're just trying to do sweet things. Grab a Sheltered Thicket here. Dredge this Loam. Dupe, dupe, dupe. Oh, I didn't tap the wrong colors of mana. Oh, we flipped an Ancient Grudge into play too. That's pretty sweet. This is a BBE shell, possibly. Unsure. Maybe? I think I just want to nug this for 1, right? Just so I don't take damage from it. And then pass the turn back here. I think we're actually going to be pretty okay with the Seismic Assault, right? Be pretty okay with the Seismic Assault. Yeah, I don't understand the people that are putting Blightning into their Jund decks. Like, Calm Down, Kolaghan's Command's a card. You probably would rather play that. You'd probably rather play Kolaghan's Command. So your Blood Gas comes back. We'll be able to keep that under check pretty well here. Fetch another red source here so we can put the Seismic Assault into play. So play this. Crack it for basic Swamp here. Basic forest. All right, we dredged our basic swamp earlier. Get Blackcleave Cliffs, Mortuary Mire, Verdant back. How do you feel about Or's Ghost of an Abzan on Barrow? I don't know what that deck is or what that card does, so I probably don't have a very reasonable opinion of it. Is their opponent reading Seismic Assault? That would be great. This is my thing. So, the problem with trimming Liliana in this matchup is that we don't have good ways to kill Hollowed One or... We don't have good ways to kill Hollowed One or Gurmag Angler, really. I guess we have Ancient Grudge for Hollowed Ones, but like... Just like being able to snipe their larger creatures with Liliana is one of our best ways to do it. So I think the Lilianas are worthwhile keeping in. They're definitely not stellar, but I think they're less bad than some of our alternatives because we do really care about killing their larger creatures. This card, for those that aren't familiar with Seismic Assault, we get to discard a land card to deal 2 damage to something, a creature or player. So we're going to be able to kill this and kill this turn. Is this a Hazoret? That would be terrifying. Leyline of the Void. Well, that's certainly something. Oh. Can we take our coats and shoes off, boys? My wife and minions are home. That's really unfortunate for us. So this says we put into Grave from Anywhere, exile instead. Okay, so we need to shoot. So we need to shoot these in response. So that way these lands can be in our graveyard. Oh, you know what? Huh. Did I mess up here? Maybe, yeah, I think I punted this. Yeah, I definitely punted this. So what I should have done was, I completely messed this up because I just walked away from my chair and didn't reassess. So what should have happened here was I should have thrown all 6 points of damage at their face. Yeah. And then I get to dredge this Loam and get these 3 lands back. And then I could have done 6 more points of damage to their face. I could have, I definitely could have killed them. They could have been dead this turn. They could have been dead this turn. Mistakes were made though, chat. Mistakes were made. Namely, I made mistakes. Yeah, so I could have done 6 to them at end step, and then 6 on my turn plus brutality and killed them exactly.
Hold on, boys.
Mom's got plenty of food for you, I promise. It's okay.
Hold on, chicken nuggets.
We do have 8 damage, but unfortunately they are at 12. And I think I'm gonna have to grind through some of their stuff here. I have Ancient Grudge to kill this at least, which is nice. But we're not in a great spot, that's for sure. And we could have had lethal, right? Although I can just like draw lands and kill them here, right? Oh, this is...
Can you take your shoes off, please?
This is unfortunate. I think I just have to let this happen.
Upstairs.
I got excited there. I thought they were attacking the Liliana for half a second. Let's dredge this. I'm gonna help my wife take the kids upstairs real quick, and then we will continue with this. Thank you, chat. I'll be right back. All right, so do I want to Liliana Edict them again here? I think so. I think our line, I guess, I could just try and kill them too, right? If I flashback this Faithless Looting into 2 lands, they die. Yeah, let's just do that. We have a Faithless Looting in my graveyard. Okay, so they'll be dead. They're dead next turn. Oh, I tapped my lands wrong. I should have left a green up for another Ancient Grudge. Yeah, let's just pass the turn here. So we have 10 direct damage, and then we have Collective Brutality to finish them next turn. So, got that going for us. So, miss lethal on that turn cycle that they played the Leyline of the Void, but hopefully we're going to be able to make up for it here.
Pick them up.
I do have a grudge right here. There were 2 grudges in my graveyard when I flashed back that other one. The one we killed their what's it called with was in my graveyard. Alright, don't bolt me. Alright, sweet. So drain you. My hand has 6 lands in it. Welcome to Seismic Assault. Welcome to my Seismic Assault. I'm sequencing in this way just in case they have a bolt in their hand that they didn't play, so that way I can like 6 them in response. So they probably would have played a bolt last turn. So now I'm gonna hold priority with these so I don't mess this up. Opponent's like a Street Wraith. It's adorable. Yeah, that's why I held priority there so I couldn't accidentally play a land. I've definitely been there, done that before. Last time we were streaming this deck, I did that, right? What food do I have for tonight? Christy stopped and got Panera bread. We've got, let's do a shill here. We've got some mac and cheese. It's quite delicious. And we've got a Mediterranean veggie sandwich on, I don't know what kind of bread this is, but it's also delicious. This stream is in no way sponsored or endorsed by Panera Bread, but Panera Bread, if you're out there, it could be. All right, anyways, on to the third game here. My wife is informing me it's tomato basil bread, and it is delicious. Chill that food. Stream's gone full mukbang. I'm a vegetarian. The last decade or so. Neither. I just don't really care. I just don't really care for the taste of meat, so I don't eat it. 10 seems fine. Has Assault and Loam in it.
Fine. One biscuit.
Yes. And apparently my wife went to KFC for herself. Or Popeyes. Look, all the chicken places look the same, okay?
Popeyes has good fries.
No, I don't really care for fish. So, this is a small thing, but it's really important. Wooded Foothills is the right land to play first here, because we want green mana on turn 2, but we also want triple red on turn 3. So I get to fetch Stomping Grounds here tapped, and then go Blackcleave Cliffs, play Life from the Loam. Maybe, we'll see. Oh, they discarded my Seismic Assault. What a tilt. I just eat food I like. I don't really like meat, so I don't eat it. Yeah, that's true too. So now we can Brutality this Flameblade Adept, which is nice. Probably escalate it, pitching Loam and the Flame Jab. So we'll go dupe, dupe, dupe. This and black, ditch Loam, ditch Flame Jab. Huh. I think I just want to try and kill them as quick as possible here. So I think I just want to go wait to dredge my Loam and then go Shockland Countryside Crusher next turn. I think is what I want to do rather than play the Dark Confidant.
Done? No, all done. Give me the wipes and I'll wash your hands.
So the reason why I'm waiting on dredging the Loam is because I want to dredge the Loam while Countryside Crusher is in play. Because what Crusher does is he says whenever a land is put into our graveyard from anywhere, he gets a +1/+1 counter on it. In addition to that, he says at the beginning of our upkeep, we get to reveal the top card. If it's a land, we put it in our graveyard, and then we repeat that process. No Bolt for Crusher is really good for us. Ate a sandwich and then left. Or did they draw Bolt? Nope, not yet. Sweet. If we dodge a Bolt here, we should be in a pretty good spot. And if they do find a Bolt, we're not in a terrible spot, we're just not in a great spot. Discarded Hollowed One and Burning Inquiry. Yep. Did you find the Bolt? They did find the Bolt. Okay. So, I think I do want to dredge Loam here. Just want to go ahead. Get a Lavaclaw Reaches, that's sweet. Ghost Quarter, probably just a basic forest here. I'm gonna play the Reaches, then I'm gonna go ahead and Flame Jab this Blood Gas, keep our health total high. I knew what you meant, Anoronyx. It's fine. I'm not sensitive. It's okay. I understood you meant we should go out for dinner if I'm ever in the area. Philly, I think you said. I'm really bad at remembering small details. I don't want to play both Dark Confidants here. I think that's a little bit too aggressive on my health total. But playing one seems fine. I can also flame jab Bob if he starts playing for the wrong team. All right, Bob, what you got for me? I want to dredge this Loam. Yeah, why not? I got Faithless Lootings in here too. Faithless Looting's so good, it lets us convert these lands from the Loams into real cards. So discard this, discard this. Hey! What? Alright. Just ban that user. Get him out of here. Thanks for the bits, wank off. Enjoy. Have a good life.
Ban somebody after they gave you bits?
Yeah, they're an asshole. Or they're using a username of an asshole. Either way, they're not welcome here. Alright. Play life. Been our Loam here. They've been to Leyline of the Void, sure. No, I don't think using Ghost Quarter makes sense. Usually they have 3 basics and they've only played 1. I have better things to be doing with my land drops than, like, eventually Ghost Quartering them out of the game. Canyon Slough. Dredge this. Mortuary Mire is a great hit. That lets us grab a bunch of lands here. I don't really want this Blood Crypt. Grab these 3. We have to go ahead and plus this Liliana. What's up, Jake? Oh, can you get a wipe?
Oh, you already ate your biscuit? I was gonna get a honey packet.
No, I'm good. We bolting my Dark Confidant? Sure. If I gotta back up one of those, don't worry, opponent. They have a second bolt, maybe? Mom's got a wipe for you. Oh, they should have second bolt? Sure. Mire is a great one of whoever thought of that as a smarty pants. That was me. I was like, I really want Volrash Stronghold in this deck. I was like, this is the closest thing we have to that. Alright, so now we play Mortuary Mire. Lets me throw Countryside Crusher on top of my deck to kill them very... Actually, how big is this? 7-8. Never mind, put Tarmogoyf on top of my deck. Yes. And then I can actually cycle this Canyon Slough into the Tarmogoyf. Put my 7-8 into play. Your move, Kaiba.
Boys, can we go upstairs?
It's pretty good. Good line, D's plus. Goyf is a big ol' mamma jamma. Yeah, Goblin Lore resolves.
Garbage.
No, I put it in there. Good.
Yeah, let's go
I think
upstairs, please.
they're almost dead, right? This has fire breathing, so it attacks for 2, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13, so I can put them to 2. Oh, the Conflag probably makes it lethal, right? Yeah, the Conflag makes it lethal, so we filter to red, and we just like Conflag your dome for whatever this amount is. Oh wait, that's not how Conflag works, so click it, and that's 1. So I'm doing 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I need to discard 4 cards here. No, I've never actually played Yu-Gi-Oh! I just think it's a funny meme. I watched the TV show as a child, but I never actually played the card game. This deck is so sweet. Why aren't we running Raging Ravine? So, the original deck list from the Grand Prix that we started from was playing Lavaclaw Reaches instead of Raging Ravine, and it makes sense to me looking at it because we're trying to play Seismic Assault, that's triple red, along with Countryside Crusher, that's double red, and Liliana the Veil, that's double black. So basically, the red-black land is better for fixing for our deck than the red-green land would be. Because this is my channel, it is not a democracy, it is a dictatorship. I'll fucking ban whoever I want. And if you want to associate with people that do obnoxious things, like people like the Quartering, you're not welcome here. I'm allowed to do that. You're entitled to your free speech. What you're not entitled to is me having to listen to your free speech. And this is my channel. I don't have to listen to that shit here. They were upset that I banned someone with the username The Quartering, which for those who are not familiar is the username of MTG HQ, that's his alternative YouTube channel, who's a giant asshole, in my opinion. And you're allowed to have a different opinion than that here, but if you sit here and defend him, I will ban you, because I'm allowed to do that, and I don't want to listen to that here. Just the TLDR, zero tolerance, no room for rebuttal. This is not a free speech forum. This is Hoaglandia, and it is a dictatorship, and I'll ban you for that. I think this hand isn't good enough. We don't have green. Mortuary Mire in the opener kind of sucks. Like, the rest of it's pretty medium minus. I can't play. If I could cast this Faithless Looting on one, like, if this was like a red-black land I could play on one, I'd probably keep this, but I think the rest of this is bad. It's fine. Not exciting, but fine. Just like kind of does Jun stuff, right? Just like Confidant to Liliana. But my free speech. That's my favorite. I always love the. There was XKCD had a good comment on it. They were like, if the only defense for the thing you're about to say is it's not illegal for me to say it, you should reconsider the thing you are saying. Like, if the only defense you can muster for the words you are saying is, they can't jail me for saying this, it's like, well, it's probably a shitty thing to say, and you should reflect on the words that are coming out of your mouth. I think it's less good, but it's probably still fine. Freedom of speech is not freedom from consequences. That's the TLDR. I don't want to get into it all here, but I'm scared. The stream's going well. We've played a bunch of really sweet decks so far. Our Dark Confidant just turned into a land. He's having a good day. Probably play this Liliana next turn and just get this Life from the Loam going. Oh, geez, I get to Thoughtseize them and play this Liliana. It does kind of suck. Oh, geez, huh. Well, with this... Okay, this is kind of interesting. This is kind of interesting. Do I take the Electrolyze and then stick my Bob and try and beat this search? I have Ghost Quarters to beat the search later, right? Yeah, I'm gonna do that, actually. It also saves my health total a little bit here by not fetch shocking this turn. I want to look at Blue, Black, and Sultai. That's definitely... Jace, Liliana together is something I really want to do in Modern. Yeah, but I have answers to search while it goes long, right? That's my logic. I'm gonna try this way. Have you ever? I feel like the people. We did hit the stream extender. We're going for like 5 more hours here. I've got, when Christy went out, she was like, what do you want for dinner? I was like, I don't know, but get me a large Coke, because we're going to be streaming for a while. And she's like, all right, sure. She probably called me fat too, but I wasn't paying attention, so I can't tell you for sure. Nine more hours? I don't know about 9 more hours. I thought we said 12 hours, right? I've been up for 6 hours. So I guess that's 6 more hours. But Coca-Cola, if you're out there, it's cool and refreshing. So it's interesting. So like this is where like levels kind of come into play. We could read into, so like they didn't play out the search for Azcanta, right? But did they not play out the search for Azcanta because I didn't take it thinking I have an Abrupt Decay? Or did they not play out the search for Azcanta because they drew a Logic Knot? That's the real question. I think it's probably because they think I have an answer. So I think I'm gonna cast this Loam, play a land, play Liliana here. To play Jund tomorrow, it would be a large amount of money because I'm not gonna have time to stream a ton tomorrow because I have to teach tomorrow. It's my one day I'm still teaching. This is gonna be the last semester doing that. So unfortunately, I have that commitment to get to. But Thursday and Friday, there's plenty of slots. I think I only have what? If you look at the donation queue, we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we have 7 already. We have 7 lists, so probably be able to get through those by the weekend. We don't play Field of Ruin, but we play Ghost Quarter and Tech Edge. We do play Ghost Quarter and Tech Edge. Because Ghost Quarter is better with recursion. Yeah, I think they put me on Decay. So I'm okay running the Liliana out here. And if they didn't put us on Decay and they drew the counterspell, I have the backup Liliana anyway, so it's like 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. And I think I'm okay trading this with Snapcaster Mage at this point, just because my health total's kind of low. So if they like ripped a snap here, I'm fine offering this trade. Yeah, I turned the donation queue into a spreadsheet so it was easier for me to keep track of. Also, I've edited it here so that way decks that are in the donation queue longer automatically get more priority in the donation queue, so that way people that just donate the minimum amount don't rot in there forever. That way, the longer you've been waiting, the more priority your deck has automatically. It'll be interesting here. They might not take this trade, and they might just try and race me. Because remember, Jeskai definitely does like this burn deck impersonation a non-zero amount of the time, right? Ooh, we hit a conflag. That's sweet. Yeah, you get democracy points with time. That is exactly a good way to phrase it. You get democracy points with time. So there's a bonus weight, a date added, and then a total bonus column. Yeah, you get $1 a day basically. And the deck lists that were in there, I hadn't written down when everyone added them exactly, so I guesstimated. But moving forward, everyone, as I add the decks, I'll be writing them down. They're playing the search for Azcanta out here since they know it's safe. Please don't do me dirty, Bobby. Sweet. All right. Flame jab you. Cast the Splice from the Loam. Plus my Liliana. Can I use some points to delay? I mean, if you want to spend yours to pump them up over other people, I won't turn you that down, but I don't want to let people apply points to push other decks down, because I think that's rude. Hey, Death Eater 900, speaking of donation deck lists. This is your choice, Jeff. Either Jeskai Delva that needs a Jeffified sideboard or the mono blue list I already gave you. Death Eater, can you re-message me the deck list that you want to see? Wherever, either of those are fine. So I have this Flame Jab that I could do single points with, but I have this Conflag anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I don't know the last card in their hand. They're still 2 turns off of attacking from this. Oh shit. Actually, we can get attacked by this next turn, right? Because they get to flip the search for Azcanta. Man, that's tough. Am I supposed to kill this? Are you a liability, Robert? Who thinks Bob's a liability? Who thinks Bob's a liability? Are we supposed to tell Bob to eat it here? That's the real question. For whoever asked earlier if I was a vegetarian for health reasons, this is a double chocolate chunk cookie from Wendy's. And let's try here. It's delicious. Wendy's, if you're out there for cookies, you could sponsor this stream. Murder him. Bob can help us find Ghost Quarter. That's true. All right, Bob gives us an extra look at Ghost Quarter. He can stay. I believe in you, Bob. Don't do me wrong. Don't do me dirty, Bobby. Bob is always on our team. Look, someday I'm gonna shill some kind of food product like that on stream, and someone in some company's marketing department is gonna be watching randomly. They're like, we should send this dude some shit and get a banner on his stream. And I'd be like, that's great. I would love some of your shit for free and to put your banner on my stream. Don't you do it, Bob. Don't you fucking do it, Bob. He did us dirty, chap. That's fine. We're gonna miss on the Ghost Quarter anyways. What a tilt. Fucking rude, Robert. What a rude dude. Knew we should have murdered you in your sleep. I trusted you, Bob. This is the thanks I get. Trusted you. Yeah, I understand Jim charging a lot though. Like Jim uses his stream to like test for events, right? I don't have events to play in. I'm just like playing decks to have a good time, right? You had one job, Robert. One job. Thanks for the bits there. I do appreciate that. All right. I love that my spreadsheet updates automatically. It's so great. So I don't think I want Thoughtseize here, just because like it kind of hurts our health total. I kind of feel like I wish I had some Golgari Charms in my sideboard. It would be sweet in a matchup like this because it could kill Rip while also countering like Supreme Verdict on my stuff. I'm not going to Indy. The ban list update means I just have no desire to go. I don't really feel like playing a modern format that is basically dead. Also, I'd be kind of silly to like go play an event that costs me money when I could spend the weekend streaming and have a lot of viewers because there's a new modern format. You don't like Crusher in this style of matchup. That's fair. I guess it dies to Bolt. It's probably just kind of worse tracker. Maybe I'll just board out one. I appreciate that these people keep coming in to give me money and then immediately get banned. It's so great. Never cut Crusher. I'll cut the Conflag. It's probably not that good anyways. The Flame Jabs are fine. Crusher's our guy. We cut him in the first stream. And then it was a big mistake. God. This hand hit a green, it would be so reasonable. This hand is not stellar. This Tarmogoyf is just like, doesn't do anything. Okay, what a sad Tarmogoyf. I told you not to cut my boy. Okay, so we're gonna bottom, but back up Liliana. Play this Slough and pass here. Just looking for another land, right? So we can curve this into my pretty lady naturally. Sweet. So I get to go ahead and fetch an Overgrown Tomb here. And then cast this Life from the Loam. So Life from the Loam's not technically a land, but it's kind of a land because we have this fetch land, right? So we get to grab this Overgrown Tomb and pick our fetch land back up, which means we get to play Liliana next turn, which is nice. How bad is that? During Ideal, it runs mainboard Leyline and sideboard Rip. I mean, it's probably viable. I mean, Modern's a fan favorite format because you can play hot garbage like that and still win games, right? Like, you have like reasonable hate cards and Modern playable other things, and it's probably fine. Everyone is so nice that I never get to ban everyone. To be fair, we probably ban more people on this Magic stream than like every other Magic stream combined. I am super aggro about just like no bullshit, stay out of my house, stop being annoying. A lot of Magic streamers are really desperate to have a bunch of people watch them, and we're not about that life here. We're just like, you know, act like an adult or we're gonna get rid of you. Oh, I have to see this link. Only Are all of your mods IRL friends of mine? They are not. A bunch of the mods are just viewers, and when people get 12-month, when people hit the 12-month sub mark, usually I give them a sword. If the ban list update was in effect, would you have gone to the open? Yeah, probably Immortal. I don't know, it's tough. Because, like, there'd be less viewers for me if the Open had the ban list updates, because, like, then the Open would have the viewers, right? But because the Open won't have the viewers, I can, like, stream Saturday during the day and, like, have viewers, which would be great. Pick these up. Probably fetch a basic forest. I guess I'll plus her first, see what happens. Probably been this Wooded Foothills. So there's kind of this awkward tension when you're playing against these Jeskai decks where I want to fetch basics so my health total stays high, but at the same time I want to fetch non-basics so I can leave basics in my deck for Path to Exile. So it's kind of like this balancing act between like how much health do I have versus like how badly do I want to get extra lands that they path me. And I think I want to err on the side of leaving my health total high. Like, I have plenty of mana developed here, especially in this deck, so I think we're just going to go fetch basic forest here and then stick the Tarmogoyf, hopefully. One of the things I really like about this deck versus Jeskai is that some of the times these green-black decks can choke themselves on Liliana the Veil, where they're unable to really get out from under her, because she's really, like, we're one-for-one-ing each other with Liliana's plus, right? Whereas in this deck, because we have life from the Loam, we can actually kind of snowball card advantage with Liliana because we're discarding cards that didn't cost us cards. Would you like to take my Faithless Looting? Probably, it's pretty good. Would like to dredge my Loam, thank you. Let's get that right on out of there. They discarded a Surgical, so let's not get this snap Surgical. Wow, they didn't have a bolt. It's a pretty big deal for us. Do you want to start by flashing back Faithless Looting? Yeah, I kind of do, right? I could hit Flame Jab and kill this. If we miss on Flame Jab here, I'm probably just trading Liliana for their click. Oh, this was only sorcery in the ban. That kind of sucks. I ain't Cryptic Commanded. I am. Shit. Oh. That means this happens at least. I guess I tap my land drawing here, right? Now I have to fetch a basic to cast this Loam, which sucks. Oh, geez. And I can't. That was just a comedy of errors. Did Twitch chat just die? Oh, I missed a donation alert. Wax Papers, thanks for gifting the sub prototype in session. It's been dead a while. Chat is down on stream. My actual chat disconnected too. Twitch chat servers must have had an issue there. Thanks for the bits and stuff, folks. Thanks for the bits and the gift and the sub. I appreciate that. I think we're in a little bit of trouble here, even without my mistake. Opponent recognizing they just need to get us dead here. It's really unfortunate that this Loam isn't in our graveyard. Because it's in our hand, we just have to take a draw step, which means I only get one chance at a Ghost Quarter or a Tech Edge instead of having 3. I guess we did hit Dark Confidant, but that's still not great, right? Like, sorry, Robert, I love you, but you're probably gonna kill us here again, right? I was trying to ask earlier, but I assume you missed it. What do you think of a BB? Like, I'm not sure if you're, like, is that a real question? I'm genuinely unsure if that's a real question, because that sounds really fucking terrible. You also do know Bloodbraid Elf is a cast trigger, right? So, like, you can't Court of Calling into Bloodbraid Elf and hit it. I think there might be a different, like, Naya BBE Renegade Rallier deck, but I definitely don't think you want Bloodbraid Elf in anything short of a Cord Shell. Like, maybe Bloodbraid Elf is passable in an Eldritch Evolution deck, but, like, I don't know. Sounds really terrible to put it in with Court of Calling. It's like, the people, like, ramping into Jace the Mind Sculptor is one thing, but I keep seeing people post a bunch of deck lists with just, like, 8 Mana Dorks Bloodbraid Elf, and it's just like, you do realize you have to cascade into those Mana Dorks, right? Like, they're not a free roll. Don't you do me dirty again, Bob. Damn it, Bob! We're gonna have to have a serious talk, Robert. We're gonna have to have a serious talk. We're gonna have to have a serious talk, Robert. This is not okay. You're acting out in class. You're lipping off. You're just like all middle fingers to the skies. Time to cut Bob. I wish I could thumbs up comments in Twitch chat, so when people like Wax Papers post stuff like that, I could just like give it the big old gold star. Yeah, Jason, the sideboard of Storm seems fine. Seems more than reasonable. Robert Confidant, you've been a bad boy. It seems good, right? Turn 1, Raven Scryme you. Put the fear of 8-rack in him. What about Jace splash into 8-rack? Well, 8-rack The problem with putting Jace into 8-rack is that 8-rack has so many unplayable cards in it that it'll be difficult to figure out which crappy cards you want to cut to put a playable card in its spot. That'll be the real challenge. The real challenge is figuring out which unplayable. Robert, he is the king of the salt drivers. Just mining the Jund player salt. I can't wait to watch. Honestly, so I was kind of negative towards it earlier when someone asked about does Jund cut Dark Confidant, but the more and more that I think about it, a Jund deck with Bloodbraid Elf, Grimflayer, Goyf Rabblemaster might actually be really good. It might actually be really good. I'm just like, they're obviously holding up a counterspell here, right? So we're just gonna like Raven's Crime the shit out of them. What if I just take away the cards that you love one at a time? So, Jace with Life from the Loam is actually really good because you can brainstorm with Jace and put 2 bad cards you don't want on top of your deck, and then the following turn you can dredge your Loam to clear the bad cards off the top. It's actually super reasonable. Like, I know that the person said that about Jason Loam as like a joke, but like that's actually a real thing that's reasonable. Oh, they're playing Bring to Light. God, this Raven's Crime is going to be amazing. We should pour one out for our friend over here who's about to just get Raven's Crimed into the ground. We're actually just taking all their cards away here, right? Gonna like fetch an Overgrown Tomb here. Just take their last card away. Is this legal to show on Twitch? Is this criminal? And next turn we get to loam a bunch of this stuff back. You weren't planning on using those magic cards, were you, opponent? You weren't planning on using those magic cards, were you? Snapcaster Mage, that's rude. You weren't supposed to use that one. Robert. All right. Let's get Verdant, Ghost Quarter back. Oh, do they draw a remand? Seriously? What a tilt. What a tilt. This is like the style of grindy deck that's generally not good in Modern. Which is part of the reason why I love it. Got a lot of dirt will do nothing. Don't counterspell me again. Stop it. Alright. Oh, the real question is, do I take away their 2 cards here? How is that even a question? I don't even know who I am anymore. I had to stop and ask that. Do I take away their 2? Of course I take away their 2 cards. Who am I? Who am I to not take away the 2 cards in their hand? Oh yeah, Cryptic Command. Damn shame you don't have that one no more. Another Snapcaster Mage. That's rude. That's so rude, opponent. We're so unlucky. Alright, so we're taking this hit here. Hopefully they play a land. It's unfortunate. Alright, so I'm gonna dredge this. I'm gonna cast this, get Graven Cairns, Ghost Quarter back to my hand. I was really expecting a second stamp. I guess there's not really a stock Scape Shift list anymore, but like the old Scape Shift list didn't play. They didn't play more than one Snapcaster Mage usually. I guess sometimes they played two. Yeah, we're gonna grab these lands back. We're gonna go Graven Cairns, Seismic Assault, shoot the Snapcaster Mages down. Unless they drew a third remand. Holy shit, seriously? I guess maybe... Yeah, this was probably wrong. I probably should have just flashbacked the Conflag, discarding Loam and Bob, and killed these. That's what I should have done. I should have just flashed this back and killed these. I'm trading him for these in case anyone was wondering. Yeah, so if I'm just trading this anyways, I should have just like binned this and then used that to kill these. That was a mistake. Kodama's Reach, adorable. Yeah, so I'd be +2 health right now, and I'd be getting to dredge a Loam if I'd have sequenced this a little bit better. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast Life from the Loam, get back Forest, Ghost Quarter, and then I'm gonna play Forest, play Tarmogoyf as a 4/5, and then Raven's Crime this last land out of their hand. So I should be 2 points of health higher here. We do need to kill them kind of quickly because they are going to have a pretty good chance to draw out of this, right? So I'm going to go ahead and play this Graven Cairns. Do that. Make another red. Play Seismic Assault. Cast this Loam. Get back Sheltered Thicket. Ghost Quarter. Blood Crypt. Shoot this nerd. Start attacking. They're actually just dead next turn, right? I get to 4 them, 6 them, 4 them, 6 them. So that's actually just a clean 20. God, this deck pivots really fast. There should probably be all the power to the Loam engines. Algotha with the bits. Thank you, bud. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There should probably be a third Seismic Assault in here. I just wasn't sure what I wanted to cut, if we're being honest. But we're being really lucky in just continuing to draw the Seismic Assault tonight, so we've got that going for us. Like, Seismic Assault Loam is, like, kind of obnoxious. Like, 2 mana deal 6 is kind of nuts. Honestly, I'm not sure if Dark Confidant's even good in this deck. Is that nuts to say? You just, like, want to be more aggressive? You just cut Dark Confidant and, like, get out of here? We want to put these in. These Flame Jabs aren't very good. Conflag's probably not very good. Thoughtseize seems fine. Definitely love my Raven's Crime. I need 2 more cuts here. Blood Gas? Yeah, Blood Gas could be interesting. Just like a way to generate value as we dredge through our deck. Another option is like splashing Lingering Souls probably isn't unreasonable in this deck. Yeah, I could see Grimflayer being okay too. We can also just like main deck the Tireless Trackers. Isn't the Flame Jab better because it makes the opponent suffer longer? That's hitting the real, we're hitting where the real questions are. I'm gonna try this without Bob and putting these Tireless Trackers. Partially for science, partially because I'm tired of dying to Bob. Yeah, gas seems like an okay idea. I feel like we want, I want to try Golgari Charm on the board too. This deck needs more squee. I don't know what this deck is doing, but it certainly needs more squee. This hand is great until we Ravenscrime our opponent on 1 and they put an Obstinate Baloth into play. Who's ready to put an Obstinate Baloth into play on 1? I would like the record to reflect that I have no fear. I would like the record to reflect that I have no fear. Oh, God, why do I say these things? Can I... Anoronics, am I allowed to concede? Am I allowed to concede? I'll keep playing if you want me to play, but I'd like to concede. We have to laugh, chat, because if we didn't laugh, we'd cry. Let the record show that there was no fear found. If I got red-green there, I wouldn't be able to cast the Ravenscrime. And Graven Cairns actually filters this black source into red. So I can still cast Seismic Assault on 3. It's like a turn 1 hollowed 1. Yeah, we might be okay. I don't know, we might lose to their mediocre backup plan, right? I actually get to Brutality, bin this Seismic Assault, and probably take an instant from them, which means the Tarmogoyf will be able to block the Obstinate Baloth, which is nice. God, bolting this would be so good. Look, I would just like the record to reflect we didn't board in the extra Ravenscrime to not play it on turn 1, okay? If you're playing Skurd, you're playing wrong, chat. Don't play Skurd. Get him. Get him. You don't want to... Ain't afraid of no Baloth. Nobody Skurd here. Turn 1 Baloth or getting Emrakul deflecting palmed unnecessarily. It's a close race, really. They're both just such excellent moments here in Hoaglandia. Alright, so we're gonna escalate this. And I'm going to... This might seem strange, but I'm gonna kill the Sakura Tribelder, so that way I can edict this Baloth next turn. What's the opposite of Skurd? Because we're definitely not that. Not Skurd at all. So this puts my Goyf to a 4/5. Packrat's interesting. You could also play Young Pyromancer as an interesting choice in this deck. There's been variations of the Loam decks that have played that in the past. Is it Charm? And Scape Shift. Just has to be Scape Shift, right? They're at 5, 6, 7 lands. It's unfortunate because they get to Spell Pierce my Liliana now. The problem with Packrat is that this deck's already good at using its mana every turn. Like, if you watch the turns that we play, like, we often use all of our mana. Hopefully we can hit a fetch land here. Loam would be pretty good too. If we hit Loam, we could start Loaming and then Ravenscrime them a bunch. Non-fetch land will do too. I'll play this, and then I'll play this, and then hopefully they'll Izzet Charm shock this. They could, if they want to get aggressive, loot with the Izzet Charm and try and find the Scape Shift to kill us next turn. So we could potentially be dead on their untap. See how aggressive they want to be here? Not aggressive at all. Opponent not a fan of going for it, apparently. Oh, they just drew the Bring to Light? I guess show me the Scape Shift. They should have 2, but let's make sure. I like how the turn 1 obstinate Baloth just like didn't matter at all. Should have conceded, but not for the reasons we thought. Should have conceded, but not for the reasons I thought I should have conceded. Yeah, I agree. And we're dead. You make him show you the mountains, but don't make him click through all the triggers. That's annoying. They could be short on mountains. Don't make them stack all the triggers. I think I want to just run back what we have here. Just run back what we have. I have Storm of 10 and 4 red mana floating cast Burning Wish, or 4 black mana floating. How could we possibly lose? I don't understand. So for those of you that haven't heard the LSV, and this is one of those like older than Magic stories, so who knows if it's true or not. He was playing a legacy or vintage tournament or whatnot, and apparently he cut or forgot to register the Tendrils of Agony in the sideboard, and he made it to like the top 4 of the tournament by just counting his storm count out and like casting Burning Wish and never saying he was getting Tendrils, because that's cheating, he didn't have it, but just by saying I'm casting Burning Wish with 4 black mana floating and storm count is X, so like Tendrils is lethal, and people just like conceded the entire tournament, never asking to see the Tendrils of Agony out of the sideboard. This hand's pretty good. So turn 2 Goyf, turn 3 Liliana, kind of hard to pass up. Seems reasonable. That is the King of the Hill theme song. I watched a lot of that as a child. Probably shouldn't have watched it as a child because, well, it was King of the Hill, but I guess I was a teenager. Not that much of a child. So not all of the games were won that way. A little bit. That one was strange. I also didn't have cable television as a child. My parents thought that was a waste of money, so it wasn't a thing that we did. We had the good old-fashioned network television. It's always sad when you play a Tarmogoyf out that could die to a bolt, but sometimes Tarmogoyf's gotta risk taking one for the team. Sometimes old Tarmogoyfi's gotta risk taking one for the team. We're gonna play the Liliana out pre-com. Am I? Yeah, okay, I already played the land. We're gonna play the Liliana out pre-combat because if they is a charm it ups the Goyf by 2. There might have been merit, so I didn't reassess because they're obviously holding a charm up there with the shock. It might have been better to play Lavaclaw Reaches plus Tarmogoyf there and just start smashing. I can see that one going either way. Getting this Goyf bigger and just hitting though has merit though too. I just want to like run my opponent out of this game ideally. Does anyone know how long the Modern Super League runs for? I know they started about 2 hours ago. Do you know how late they usually go? I don't think I've ever watched it all the way through to the end. They usually go for 2 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours. Until it's finished. That's a good answer. I would believe they go until it's finished. I just kind of want to coordinate so we're playing Modern when they finish, so that way people will hopefully mosey on over from that stream to this one. Goyf's a 4-5, but they put a fog in the way. They shocked again here. 3 to 4 hours usually. Okay. I think I'm just gonna play this Goyf. This is a remand. That kind of sucks for us. Really wanted to get... I guess I get to go Liliana plus Goyf next turn, so it's not that big of a deal. Would have liked to have a better clock on the table, though. I have no idea, C. Thomas. I restarted OBS again after the stream finished the other night, and it just worked, so... who knows? And I'd restarted it twice before the other night's stream, and it didn't work, but then the third time was the charm, I guess. Right now it's game 3 of match 4. What Lantern is playing at the moment? Tilt. So if they have Escape Shift, we're dead. Doesn't appear to have Escape Shift. Collective Brutality. That's pretty good. Huh. Huh. Do I want to escalate this? I kind of want to escalate this so I can kill this. Yeah, I'm going to escalate this. I'm going to kill their thing, look at their hand. And escalating this is nice because it means that my Goyf gets to get a hit for 5 here. If they remand us here, I feel a little bit bad, but I think this is still a good line for us. I guess if they have Cryptic Command here, I kind of suck. Miracles versus Lantern. Vomit. Smells like Cryptic Command. They like counter this, bounce my Tarmogoyf. That really sucks. Could be very dead next turn. Jay's got a single Brainstorm walk before being Pithing Needle. Lol. Well, I mean, I get to put this third Tarmogoyf into play, so in a world where they don't have their 7 or 8 of Bring to Light, Escape Shift, we do have them dead next turn. I guess I could potentially get them with Ghost Quarter too, so let's play this. You got me? What are the odds you have 4 bricks in your hand? Low? Really low? Astronomically low? 3 remands and it is a charm. Nope, it's a charm they'd loot. 3 remands and another remand. Snapcaster Mage here, we'll let them snap back the Cryptic Command to like tap our team and let them draw a card, get them 2 deeper towards their combo. Going on, DJ Jedi? Yep, smells like Snapcaster Mage. Cryptic Command is so powerful. Such a powerful magic card. Powerful Magic the Gathering card. Yep. Make my squad sad, draw a card. Thanks, Jeff, for sharing great info on great and not so great decks. Thanks for re-upping your subscription, DJ Jedi Jeff. I appreciate the continued support. Welcome back. As always, subs are the best way you can support my content here. I haven't done a shill plug for a while. Maybe we'll do one of those after this. What do you mean it does 4 things? That's another good Magic story too, right? Someone's playing like the full art ones and didn't realize that you got to pick 2 of them. They're playing this card wrong all day. Did the chat widget die again? I don't think so. Maybe it was dead for a second there? Unsure. I like kind of keep an eye, but I actually read the chat in the actual chat box off to my right monitor. I feel like we're just gonna get like Cryptic time walked 6 turns in a row here and then die. Am I dead? Yeah, do you have escape shift? Push the landscape around, opponent. Okay, yep. Well, in the event of no cryptic command, hopefully we don't die to like mediocre Baloth Snapcaster beats here. Like an upkeep cryptic, tap my squad. Oh god, that's gross. This is return Snapcaster Mage, tap my team. Yep. So they get to snap cryptic and draw a card next turn. God, that's gross. Man, it's really unfortunate that we don't have another card. That deck blew my mind. The deck was sweet. All right. All right, opponent's got some draws and some redraws here. The good news is the Raven's Crime's actually a decent draw for us, because it means if my opponent, like, cryptic taps draws, we could potentially, what's the word I'm searching for? Grind their hand out. Just exceedingly lucky to still be in this game. Opponent's 22 cards in their deck without their Scape Shift. So the last sanctioned tournament that I registered Scape Shift in, I kid you not, on 12 different occasions in 9 rounds of Swiss in day 1, I made it through over 35 cards in my deck without finding a Bring to Light or Escape Shift. Which was just like so unreal. Just never registered it in a real tournament ever again. All right, well, we're gonna enter combat here. The changes are not up already. The changes will be up tomorrow. We're playing existing Modern right now. No, we're at such a low health total that like ghost courting one of their mountains probably isn't going to be something relevant that we do. So hopefully they draw their Escape Shift off of this draw with Cryptic Command, and then we get to take it away with Collective Brutality. I don't think Bloodbraid Elf and Jace are going to go well in the same deck in Modern. Modern's kind of a really aggressive format with a lot of the decks that are good in it, so I think trying to put a bunch of 4-drops in the same deck likely isn't going to end you up in a good spot. If they hit another Cryptic Command tier 2, though, with the Snapcaster Mage, they might just be able to tempo us out with the stupid Obstinate Baloth. It's kind of embarrassing. Our Tarmogoyf are just, like, diddling themselves back and forth here. They put Snappy back in their hand, so... Alright, what do you got? Huh. That's actually a really good question, J Robes. Yeah, we can, can't they? They usually only have 1 basic planes. You know, that's a gas suggestion. Let's do that. Let them take a draw step. So that way if they draw like their basic mountain, I don't know, sometime tomorrow. I think that's a good suggestion. Like, take them off of the white here. You got a Snapcaster is a charm. They might get value out of us giving them this 1 extra mana here, which would be awkward for us. Maybe I should have just done it on my turn and not been cute. Yeah, I probably should have done it on my turn and not been cute. Their deck has plenty of basics in it. Yeah, I should know that too. These Bring to Light decks usually only have room for 1 of their off-color basic. They're digging. And like I said, we're pretty fortunate to be in this game at all. Like, they're 26 cards into their deck without their namesake card. We're in a 7 here. Another Obstinate Baloth's pretty bad for us too, honestly. Well, I mean, enter combat. They had Baloth, they would have cast it. Guess I'm just gonna do this. And they certainly have enough mountains in their deck to deal 7 points of damage to us. Close game. Collective Brutality is not an instant. It's a sorcery. If Collective Brutality had been an instant, we could have killed the Snapcaster Mage in response to counter the Cryptic Command, but because it's not an instant, we couldn't. Hey, Squirrel with the $15 donation. Here is for a donation deck list and a little extra. Look to have it fixed up. We'll PM you the deck list in Discord. Yep. Remind me if your usernames don't match in Discord that you sent money already. I won't be checking messages until after the stream. Oh, why are there no green lands in our deck? Yeah, could you imagine if it was an instant? That would be so good. God, an instant speed discard is so obnoxious. Just like unreasonably obnoxious. Ooh, vomit. Well, I mean, this is a keep at 5. I hate everything about everything, chat. Can I just talk about how I hate everything about everything? We're actually just cold to ley lines right now. Yeah, I guess I could have drawn removal for a Dryad Arbor, but like it's got Spider Umber on it, like I'm just so off it. We don't even have really tools to deal with this matchup. Even Scryme is not very good. This. Yeah, it's another reason for Golgari Charm, honestly. Yeah, I think Golgari Charm could be pretty reasonable. I mean, like, the best decks in Modern don't really care about Jace, right? They're just like their decks like Bogles and stuff like that. Can I mulligan this? I think I'm supposed to. Seems very good until we get turn 1 leylined. Yeah, potentially. I don't know, Bloodbraid Elf is probably going to be best paired with a bunch of discard spells. Please don't have it. Please don't have it. Please don't have it. I can't. You know? That was something. We started off so strong, beating up the Hollowed One deck. Started off so strong. The Conflags I could take or leave. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of Confidant in this show. The 4 Faithless Lootings were right. I feel like I want some number of Golgari Charm in the 75. Just because they're like good flexible cleanup and they're good in multiple matches. I can see Dark Confidant being something more aggressive. I don't know, I think the big takeaway from a deck like this though is that in addition to kind of getting hosed by graveyard hate, I think this deck's gonna struggle against the Jace the Mind Sculptor decks of the format because it's just kind of like this grindy mid-range deck that like Jace kind of takes that and does better. And I don't think Dakmor Salvage is really anything this deck wants to be doing. Like we have 4 Loams. Can we Legacy? That's a good question. Can we Legacy? I do have a Naya Blade list that's got a lot of bonus points behind it right now. Yeah, this could be a potential Bloodbraid Elf shell, maybe. Painseer, the really bad Bob. Yeah, Tron's fine. Tron should gobble the, what's it called? Tron should gobble Jace decks right on up. I don't know if I can take another Jundlist Anerotics. I don't know if this deck is really what I want to be doing with my life in Modern right now. This is a Punishing Fire deck too. Let's do it. Get some more grind. It's got my big lady Knight of the Reliquary in it. Run Tribal Jace.